It is technically still morning, so good morning, beloveds. I'm between my hair appointment and my acupuncture appointment. I thought maybe I would stop at a bookstore and then on my way between the two appointments, and then it occurred to me that my TBR, my to be read pile is too big. So I came home, grabbed breakfast, and decided to do this. Now, but I'm not doing a new one. It turns out that August 8th, which was Getting and Giving, there's no sound to that video. So this is part 2. A redo, I guess I should say. There's video, but no audio, and I don't know what happened. So, yeah, here we are. So I'm going to redo it, but I'll just do the housekeeping really quickly. And the housekeeping is just me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. You will email that. It gets you on a list, and you get 1 email a week unless something unusual happens. We do live in hurricane country, but it's a real person doing it. He just doesn't have time for more than that, so you won't get overwhelmed. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it means it. It will take you right to the information or the person that can help you get it. And it's a blind CC, so nobody will see your email or get your email. So you don't have to worry about it on anybody else's email list because of us. Now, the last part of that, I left my water in the other room. Oh, well, it'll be okay. The last part of that is that, the social media, we do not monetize the social media. We don't ask you to give them money. We don't ask you to give us money through them. So what we ask you to do instead is to like, subscribe, or follow based on which platform it is. That way, and if you allow notifications, it'll let you know when we either go live or when we, upload new videos. So there's that. Okay. And then, where was I? Social media. No, I guess I should tell you what they are, right? We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. The other half of that statement, which is what I forgot, is engage with the individual posts. So go like, react, comment, and share on the individual posts. It bumps us in the algorithms. We think we have good tools to share. We hope you agree with us. And it's a free way that you can support us. So won't cost you anything but a click. So, and I think I said we're Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. So there we go. All right. I think that's everything. You know my theory that this is the FAQ, frequently asked questions. I think people went to Ernest Holmes with questions after coming to a lecture, reading the textbook. And so what he did was he wrote what became an at-home course, which used to be in the back of the Science Mind magazine. You'd mail off for it. They'd mail you a lesson a week for 48 weeks. They did eventually bind that into 6 books and publish it. And if you are interested in that, please go to the Science of Mind Archives website and use their Amazon link. Because when you do that, one, there's a selection of great books through the archives, and then Amazon gives them some of the money. So it's a great way to support the archives, and they deserve it. So, all right. And Dante is now playing with his his ball track. So if you hear something random in the background, it's Dante. So, all right. Like I said, giving and getting. This is the one we're redoing. It's short, so that's why I figured I had time to do it before my appointment. Okay. Getting and giving. One of the laws of radiation says that the absorbing power of a substance is equal to its emitting power, which means that the ones that absorb the most must be the ones which emit the most. Or, to state the proposition in another way, we can take in only what we give out. And Jesus said, "Give, and it shall be given unto you." We talk a lot in self-care about not being able to pour from an empty cup, to make sure that you're constantly refilling your cup. But there's also the other side of that coin is if your cup is too full, then you don't have room to accept anything else. You don't have room to learn something, learn something new, receive something new. So it's a good idea to make sure that there's always a little space in your cup. You want to keep your cup mostly full, but make sure that you are, pouring some of that out so that there's room to get more. Okay. Getting and giving are both equally important. All right. Now here is a law in nature verified by science. And we believe that every law in physical nature is reproduced in the laws of mind. This would have to be so if the universe is one system rather than two, and if unity is to be maintained throughout the whole. There is a reason for these things, and the reason is that everything moves in a circle. Everything bends back upon itself. As a person sows, so shall they reap, and so must they reap until they sow differently. And that line right there, I never heard. You could read all of these idioms. So they're always talking about if you reap, whatever you sow, so shall you reap. They never say the second part of that. There's this, all these idioms. Blood is thicker than water, but what, I forget the rest of it, but it's something about covenant, where it shows that people who make commitments to each other, those bonds are stronger than even the blood of the womb. That's what it was. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Right? There's like a whole bunch of these. I've never heard the other half of that saying. So let's think about that for a minute. As a person sows, so shall they reap. And so must they reap until they sow differently. So whatever you've planted is what you are going to harvest until you make a different choice. Right there. That is so important. It means that if you're happy with what you've got, keep planting your seeds. But if you're not happy with what you've got, then it's time to change what you're planting. Whatever you planted is going to keep cropping up. It just blows me away. And I remember being super excited about that. And I'm sorry that there's no sound on that video, because I probably got really animated about it. Whitman said that the gift is the most to the giver and comes back most to them. And we all know that since the universe is in balance, nothing can leave any point without an equal something returning to it. It's the concept of reciprocity, which is really interesting in anthropology. There was this study of these cultures in islands where there was one particular item that was traded east to west, and another particular item that was only traded west to east. And so eventually it made its way around the circle, and came back to the home point. And that's what they're talking about. Whatever you give out is what you are going to get back. That's why the golden rule is so important. How you treat people how you want to be treated. Because that's how you teach people how to treat you. And then if you're not treating people very nicely, you wonder why people aren't treating you very nicely. You get what you give out. The idea of reciprocity. It comes back. Life is a circle, period. All right. Each one of us is a point in the infinite mind, a center in the consciousness of God or the living spirit. We do not live because we understand life or even put life into our own living. We live because life lives in us. We could make no greater mistake than to think that we created either life or law, but it would be an equal error to suppose that we escape life or law. We are subject to it, but not in any predetermined sense. For no matter what happened yesterday, we can change the sequence today, which goes back to the idea that principle is not bound by precedent. Okay? So, whatever you are sowing, you will reap until you make a different choice and plant different seeds. Principle is not bound by precedent. However, principle is bound by your actions. So whatever you are putting out, that is what you are going to get back. What if you plant tomato seeds, you're going to get tomatoes. You plant orange seeds, you're going to get oranges. Okay? But until you plant the seed, nothing's going to grow. Principle isn't bound by precedent. Just because we've always done it that way doesn't mean we have to keep doing that way. We can find a new way, but we have to make the decision and take the action steps. We've got to step in that direction. All right. If we have given out but little and received only an equal amount, we can begin to give out more, and just as surely as we do, more will return to us. The giving and receiving are at the center of our own being. The going out from us is but one end of the coming back to us. And the coming back to us is merely the other end of the going out from us. All right, Ernest. Really? The whole thing is so simple that its very simplicity eludes us, and we look for a more profound reason for the universe being in balance. And why being in balance, it automatically proclaims the law of justice. You know, nature abhors a vacuum. Nature prefers balance. It just does. If the going out and coming back are equal, then in a certain sense, like the energy and mass of Einstein, they are equal, identical, and interchangeable. To refuse to give is to refuse to live to the fullest extent. To refuse to give love is to refuse to receive love. That which we refuse to give out not only closes the door on giving, but on the receiving as well. Yeah. Whatever you are holding on to, yeah, you're closing a door. It makes sense. All this sounds like quite a tough proposition until we come to realize that if it were any other way, we would not be free, but would be bound by external circumstances. Freedom can exist only on the preposition that it is first of all individual. If we know that we ourselves are centers of distribution and centers of accumulation, and that the two are equally identical and interchangeable, and if we know that nothing interferes with this but ourselves, because that is the truth, we are the ones who get in our own way most of the time. I do acknowledge that we are in relationship and we can get in each other's way, but most of the time we're getting in our own way. We are free to act as we would be acted upon. This is why Jesus said, all things whatsoever ye would that people should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. You teach people how to treat you. Whatever you are willing to give out is what you are going to get back. And I do like that idea of the closing of the door. You know, it's like what you're willing to give out is what you are going to get back. And I'm blown away by that whole reaping and sowing. It's like until you make a different choice. So if you are happy with the way things are going, keep planting those seeds. If you are not, choose some different seeds. So, all right. Well, that is giving and getting. Redo. Hopefully the sound on this one is working. And I'll see if I can get it put in the right place on YouTube so that it's in order. But, you know, YouTube is its own entity. So we'll see. Okay. I need to get going because I have got an acupuncture appointment in a few minutes, or in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go do that. But I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. A take care of business day. A take care of yourself day. A do what you got to do day. A cuddle your fur babies day. A tell somebody you love them day. A take a nap day. A read something fun day. A listen to some good music day. A go for a walk day, although I will remind you, drink plenty of water day, stay out of the heat day, be aware of the heat day, and stay out of the sunlight between 10 and 2 day. Okay. Because it's already hot out there. I was in the park at 7:30 this morning, so I'm done. A good day, and if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, I get it. Simply have a day. You're enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. Okay? You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. Very important part of that statement. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling, okay? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. Now, today is Saturday, so I should be on with you around 8:45 tomorrow because I get to go to the gym tomorrow. Then we'll have an amazing service for you. I forget what the series is that we're doing. Last month, I think, was Elemental Awe. But, yeah, I'll look into that. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.